All right, here are some interesting application problems, and I really like looking at these because it kind of gives you a much more of an idea of where we use percentages and things like that, and kind of also ties in later on to probability and in some statistics. So that's very interesting also. This says many pet owners say they have used the internet to find pet information. Of 500 people who use the internet for this purpose, 90 said they used it when buying a pet. So what portion used the internet when buying a pet? Well, looking at this, it said that 90 out of 500 used it to buy a pet. So if we write that just as we said, 90 out of 500 rather, then writing that in fractional form would be 90 over 500. This is exactly what we just said. And now we want to change that over to a percent. So if you'll remember, when we change something over to a percent, from a fraction to a percent, remember we multiply by 100. So we could literally say 90 over 500 times 100. And we could put that over 1 if we wanted to so that we could see that. So we could cancel here because 100 will go into 100 once and 100 will go into 500 5 times. So now it looks like we have, we could still do some more canceling, couldn't we? Because 5 will go into 5 one time, and 5 will go into 90 18 times. So let's see, what do we have left? On top, we have 18, and on bottom, we have 1. So it looks like that would be 18%. So just talking about it, we can change it over to a percentage if we write it out as we were talking about it. And it's almost like changing it into a proportion in a way, or not really a proportion, but a like a ratio of things that we were talking about a while ago. Ratios, rates, proportions. Percentages, they are decimals, fractions, they are all very, very interwoven. So that's extremely interesting once we make that connection. Here's another problem that says Sharon needs 60 credits to graduate from her community college. So far, she has earned 8 credits. What percent of the required credits does she have? Well, if we just ask that question, what percent of the required credits does she have? Well, right now all we know is that she has 8 out of 60 of those credits. So if we write that out, 8 out of 60, we can change that over to a percent by multiplying by 100. It's always the way we change to a percent, is to multiply by 100. So now we could do some canceling. We could, do some common factors, that kind of thing. Looking at the 60 and the 100, they both have a 20 in common. So 20 goes into 60 3 times, and 20 goes into 100 5 times. Now that leaves us with 8 times 5 would be 40. Over 3 times 1 would be 3, so it would be 40 over 3%. Now we don't like to leave things that way, so we probably ought to go ahead and do the division. So let's see, 3 will go into 40, 3 goes into 4 one time, and when we subtract, 4 minus 3 would be 1. Drop down your next digit, 3 will go into 10 3 times, 3 times 3 is 9. So that would leave you with a 1. Now, remember, we can put in a decimal and a 0 and keep going. But are you recognizing this as one you've seen before, where no matter how many zeros we put in, we're just going to keep getting 3's? So this is 13.3 repeating, or if we round it just to 1 decimal place or to the nearest tenth, that would be 13.3%. So 13.3% of the credits is what she has right now.